Good morning, Calvary. We're here this morning, Saturday morning, with a Calvary member that you probably recognize. Good morning, Henry.
Good morning, Pastor.
So, I've been hearing some talk about a lot of things these days. I know that you served in the Korean conflict. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I served for a time during the end of the Korean War.
Okay. And what year was that?
That was 1953.
Okay. And so I've heard it said lately that, some of our forebears, and thank you for serving, some of our forebears gave an ultimate sacrifice, and others were willing to cross the seas for the good of our country, and all we're being asked to do is just stay home. And there's something to that, isn't there?
That's right.
We can sacrifice too.
That's right.
But I guess I wonder, Henry, if you could share with the Calvary members, how does your faith inform your action and your doing during this time of coronavirus?
Well, it doesn't change my faith at all. We know that God's in control of all these happenings, and God could stop this virus right now if that's His plan. However, God also gives us doctors, people with special talents, special gifts to give us advice, and I think it's very important that we heed their advice going forward, and they know more about how to handle this than we do. So I just think that's just thankful that God gives us those kind of people with those special gifts and talents. But He also gives all of us that privilege of being co-working for Him to bring in His kingdom. And that might just be people that walk across the street to see how their neighbors are doing. And it's not that God is using people, but He gives us that privilege. And I'm very thankful for that, to see that happening now too. Beth and I have really experienced this the last few weeks with Beth with her back pain, neighbors and friends and church people bringing us that kind of help along the way. I'm thankful for that.
Well, that's true, isn't it? I mean, we could talk in high ways about what God is doing, but He's also working through us, isn't He?
That's right. I think that's God's planned all along, like I said, to give us that privilege to be part of, give us that privilege to help, to bring in His kingdom.
Amen. Well, I appreciate you being with us today, and I'm sure it's going to mean a lot to many of you out there at church. As Henry and I close up, I want to thank him for coming, and just a couple of notes. Some of you will get your bulletins via email, and you're going to see that Frank Vogel's having surgery this week. Mayo Clinic has postponed that surgery for this time. So we're thinking of you, Frank, as that's a bit disappointing, but praying God's grace for you. Riley and Lexi Hookstra. Lexi, your father has pneumonia and influenza at Sioux Falls, so we're praying for Randy at this time, Randy Jacobsma. And John Youngma, as you look forward to cataract surgery, we're praying for you too. And happy birthday today to Hannah Bonema and Helen Pals. God's richest blessings to all of you. Thank you.